Hi there and welcome back to Big Fish Little Fish Aquatics. So today I'm actually back at the Water Garden Nurseries. Now last time I came here it was winter in 2020, or the start of winter should I say. But I'm back now, it's middle of July, it's a glorious day, perfect weather for all you water gardeners out there. And I'm going to show you why this place is known as the Water Garden. So let's get to this. So these are all the marginal plants. They're all showing good growth now. It's the perfect time of year to come and check out some marginal plants to understand how big they're going to get, what they look like, what the flowers look like. Looks like a couple of little dwarf lilies in here. Seem to be flowering at the moment. It's a shame, there's one with a little bulb there. Oh, if you take a quick look, there's a young newt. Not sure if you're going to be able to spot it because of the glare. Just see it in the water here. Hopefully you guys can see it. This is a nice plant here. I always butcher plant names. Lithrum silicara. We've got plenty of native species here. These marginals, as you can see, it's a good time to come in July, simply because you can actually see how tall they're going to get. This bulrush can actually reach taller than 5 feet. It's almost bigger than me. Nice plant, which go on the edge of your rockery or edge of your pond. Bring some real colour to your garden. They have a few display pools, so with the waterfalls flowing, lilies. Now when I used to come here when I was a lot younger, I used to love coming to this part and trying to take a look and see what wildlife was in the pond. So there's a pond snail there. There's normally a few sticklebacks in this pond, and actually you can just see them now. So these are 3-spined sticklebacks. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. I'll try and get some underwater footage so you can see it's like a natural pond where all these animals are just getting along like they would in the wild. And this one is absolutely amazing. Look at the lilies on top of the water, all in perfect bloom. Just haven for wildlife in your own garden. Now you can really see how much care the owners of the water garden take in maintaining the grounds here. Spotless, spectacular. All the plants are clearly labelled. Not that I'm going to be able to mention what they are because I'm just terrible with plants. But just look how wonderful and how much care and attention they're taking into upkeep of these grounds. Now this is pretty cool. So some people, you may not want to actually have a pond, but you may want to keep a waterfall and essentially it's running from the top here all the way down into a pool, which then just refilters or flows the water back up. A wonderful water feature that could bring so much life to your garden. So along this section we have loads of lilies. What I'll try and do is come back a bit later in the day when the flowers have opened up, but you can see here a few really colourful ones. Some yellows, pinks and reds. I'm not even going to attempt to say some of the names of these lilies. I'll show you the rest. Here we've got some more marginals, it looks like, and you can come along onto this stepping plank. Take a look. There's just so much wildlife here, there's just so much life buzzing around. This really is eye-opening as to what you could do with your own garden. It's fantastic. Now this is where their more rarer lilies are kept. I'll see if I can zoom in on some of the names so you guys know what it is I'm actually looking at. Just harder to get hold of, these lilies. They're starting to flower now, perfect time of year. If anyone's thinking about sprucing up or livening up their garden, then you're definitely going to want to pop down and get hold of some of these lilies. There's just so many to choose from, and so different colours that you could just bring to life in your own backyard. Look at this one. Oh wow, that's amazing. This one's still opening up. The one next to it is getting there. A white sultan, this one is called. I can nail that. Now these are, according to the owner, the rarest that they have. The Black Princess. I've probably got that wrong. I'm sure they'll correct me. Absolutely stunning lily, look at it. Beautiful. So now we come to the part which I most enjoy, which is the fish, and they've got this amazing koi pond. Now this gives you a bit of insight for anyone who hasn't got koi or is new to keeping koi. You need massive ponds to keep these fish. These fish actually get huge. You can see in here they've got quite a few different varieties. I'm not going to even attempt to name them all because it's not something that I'm a specialist in. But you can see, so I've got all this space, but then the plank I've just walked over, there's a little bit of shelter for them to hide underneath there in the middle of the day when it gets a bit too hot. Massive pond, big fish. Just to show you how big fish these are, here's my hand. As they come over, you'll see just how massive they are. And these are not fully grown by no means. This one I'd say is probably about 2 feet in length, probably got about another foot to grow. They're just huge fish, and they're really tame when they get older as well. Just when we see the little ones later, you'll see how skittish they are. It's now at the Coldwater Fish. The fish are hiding in the shade. See some metallic koi over here. And we have just an ordinary koi. Some goldfish, and at the back some golden tench. There's the golden tench there, scaring them a bit. And we have some yellow goldfish and shabumpkin. There's different varieties of goldfish available. If you've got a smaller pond, goldfish are the way to go. If you've got a bigger pond though, you can get stuff like these butterfly koi. They're in with some Sarasa comets. There's another morph of goldfish. And got some golden orph and blue orph hiding underneath there. See if I can get some underwater shots of them later. And we've got some ghost koi, yellow goldfish. Some silver red, so if you're looking for more of a natural British pond, silver red, great choice for your pond. Don't get too big, around 20 centimetres I think. And then we've got some slightly larger koi there at the back. And some larger shabumpkin. And some slightly larger goldfish too. And these goldfish, they look quite big compared to the size of my hand, but they're actually nowhere near fully grown, so it still just gives you a bit of understanding as to how big really you need your pond to be. And this is something you don't see every day. So these are some Ryukin fantail, a bit hardier than most other fantails, so you can keep them out in your ponds if you're out the summer, I'd say. If you're going to have a harsh winter, you're going to want to pull them back in. Here's some more over here. There's a couple of stickleback in there as well. 3 spine stickleback. That's the outside tour done. The water garden, you can see why they get their name. It's a perfect shop if you want to come along and get some good stuff for your garden, some coldwater fish for your ponds. Always make sure you come and check down. They're in the southwest of England. And if you go into the description of this video, you'll find a link to their Facebook and website down there too. So thank you very much for watching the video today. Next upload will be doing a tour of their tropical fish, so make sure you like, subscribe to see that in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.